Hey, everybody. This is Dr. Kelly. I'm your professor for Texas history this semester. And in this podcast, or the series of podcasts that you access via YouTube, I want to talk to you about the logic of this course, how I'm teaching it, just to give you an orientation of what you'll be encountering in the fall of 2023. So let's see, I'm recording this on August 20, what's today? August 16th. You'll have access to it on August 17th, and you'll be tested on this, quizzed on this a week from Friday, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. So I really like teaching Texas history. Texas history is very interesting. And one of the things that makes it interesting is it's really contested in 2023. There are big fights among historians and among folks that love Texas history about the way Texas history should be taught. And so it's very, very interesting to me that people care so much because, for a lot of my career, people, it's like, why do you care about history? And I imagine that uh, maybe a majority of you all aren't too excited about taking this course. You're resentful that you have to do a history course. But you know what? I think I'm going to convince at least a majority of the majority that don't like this course that Texas history is actually very, very interesting. And for those of you who come into the course kind of excited about history, I think your excitement will just be reinforced. So I don't reach everybody, but I actually reach quite a few students over the course of the semester. I try to make the course interesting. I try to make it engaging. I try to tell it like a story. I try to de-emphasize dates and names to the extent that I can, because you will have to know some dates and some names. Otherwise, you just won't understand the sequence of events that makes up the past. But in doing so, I'll signal very clearly to you the dates and the names that you need to know. And I'll try to fit those dates and names within a story, within a context, within a narrative, or another way to think about it, within a plot. If you ever read a novel, within the plot of the history of Texas. Um, One of the things I want to stress up front is, as I talk about Texas history, I base my discussions on historical sources. This course is deeply, deeply grounded in actual historical sources and historical data. And if anyone has any questions or concerns about the way I'm teaching it or how I'm teaching it, just reach out to me and I'll point you in the direction of the historical data that I've used to create my lectures and to create the course material. So I hope by early December, when the course is over, gosh, it's kind of crazy to think about early December on August 16th, isn't it? I mean, there's a whole football season between now and then. But anyway, it will get here. I'm recording this in Houston. One of the things we have to worry about in the Gulf Coast is hurricanes. So God forbid there's a hurricane between now and December. But anyway, I'm not going to be negative. I'm going to be positive. And who knows what adventures await us, all of us, including me, between now and early December. But for you, the adventure is the adventure of learning about Texas history. So what I have opened here and what you see initially on the screen is my homepage for Canvas. Now, right off the bat, you'll notice you don't see me, which is fine. I'm, I just think, I mean, I have a lot of very close friends who are actually better teachers than I am that do show themselves while they're recording Zoom lectures or however they record their lectures. I'm just not one of those folks. I just think the human voice does the story. Ever since the ancient Greeks, historians have been storytellers. And I'm a storyteller in this course. So I think my voice will do the job that it needs to do. Okay, so the homepage, you'll see Beyonce on the homepage, a wonderful picture from Prada Marfa, which is, I don't know if you've ever been to Marfa. It's a very cool art space out in West Texas. Just an incredibly hip, interesting place. It's world famous. A historian by the name of Donald Judd kind of bought the town, and he put a lot of his art there and a lot of the art of other folks as well. It's near Fort Davis. If you've ever been out there, the Star Party's out there at Fort Davis. There's an old a U.S. Army fort in Fort Davis. They were used to, that fort was used to hunt Lapon Apache. It had actually African American U.S. troops who the Apache called Buffalo Soldiers. But anyway, this is Beyonce at Prada Marfa. It's on I-90, just a little bit less west of Marfa. It's an art piece. It's not really a Prada store. It's just the facade of a Prada store. Anyway, I like the picture. And of course, Beyonce's probably one of the most important Texans who ever lived. She doesn't live here anymore, of course, but she's from Houston. And we're all very proud of her as Texans. And here, if you go down a little, one of the things is, if you're, I guess if you've accessed this, you know this, but you access the modules to the left of the homepage, or you can just go straight into the modules. And every week I post modules with course information, but I'll talk about that in a second. Let me just go down here. My name's Dr. Kelly, Patrick Kelly. I grew up in Austin. I went to New York University, and I came back to San Antonio in the late 90s. And my work examines my own scholarship, Texas and Mexico during the Civil War. Very interesting story, which I'll talk about a little bit in this semester. The best and really the only way to reach me is directly through my email, patrick.kelly@utsa.edu. One of my colleagues suggested that I have students write me through Canvas. Right now, I think I'm just going to have you write me through my regular UTSA email. And if there's any problems, I'll shift to Canvas. So now that's the best way to reach me. And you'll find I'm very responsive. Unless there's something really crazy going on, I'll get back with you within a couple of hours, and often sooner than that. So don't ever hesitate to reach out if there's something going on, if something's happened in your life, if you're confused, if there's a crisis that is getting in the way of you studying, if you're not happy with your grade and you want to meet with me to talk about how you can do better, just reach out to me. Look, I've got, I think, 500 students teaching that I'm teaching this semester. And if you don't reach out to me and you're having a problem in the class, you're just a name on a page to me. Whereas if you reach out to me, suddenly you become a fully dimensional character in my life, someone that I know about, that I think about, that I realize, okay, that person talked to me. So don't hesitate to reach out. Now some of you won't need to, some of you will do great. Or on the other hand, some of you just will bomb the course. But the vast in between there, if you're struggling at all, please reach out to me. I will get in touch with you. I'm here to help you. I want to help you. I have a son in college. I'm very sensitive to the need for professors to respond to their students. I actually always have been, even before I had a son in college. Also posted on the homepage, for the Canvas homepage, the calendar for 2023, very useful. You might want to look at it for important dates like the census date, days you can get a full refund or partial refund if you drop a class, etc. And then finally, at the bottom is the syllabus for this course, which I'm going to go over in great detail in this series of lectures. So this is what's on the homepage. Over here are the modules for this course, and every week I'll post a module with course material. And I'm going to stop this particular podcast and then start up a new one and start talking about how I'm teaching the course, how you're going to be graded, how the course is structured.